Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening and or good night. Welcome back to Abstract Medicine. I'm just getting comfortable. I've got my coffee ready. It's kind of gloomy out there, to be honest. I've been out, I went to get some groceries, some sundries, and yeah, it's pretty miserable to be honest with you out there, but you know, with drizzle, it's always a funny thing, because if the longer you're out there in the drizzle and you're not covered up well, interestingly and strangely enough, the quicker you get drenched and you don't realise you're getting drenched. So I feel like that could be a message for someone or some of you here in the collective, like how symbolic that is. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? So today, I'm not sure what we're going to be looking at today for the collective, but I did take out the Starman Tarot deck by my friend Davide De Angelis, amazing person. He was inspired by the artworks that he created for David Bowie himself. He had a good reputation as an artist then, and he still does now. But he's also a mystic, and he had a really good connection with David Bowie. And I want to say that David Bowie's birthday was on the 8th of January and his passing was on the 10th of January. So yeah, so that this deck means a lot to me. It does mean a lot to me. And it's also published by Lo Scarabeo, which is the iconic Italian publishing house that creates a lot of tarot decks, essentially, including this one, the Yokai Tarot, that was gifted to me for the collective here on Abstract Medicine by Ildi. So shout out to Ildi. And we're also going to be using the Frida Designs Major Arcana deck for some more insight. Before we begin, I'd like to say thank you so much for your support and for booking your sessions with me. It really does mean a lot. The opportunity that's been come about for my art, for my career, it's moving forward with your support, honestly. So if you'd like to book some more sessions with me, I'm available at this time now. I'm also available for your bookings on the first week of February. So some of you are booking now in advance for a session, for the Shamanic Healing session, for example, the first week of February and the first week of March. So at this time, my schedule is open. Please take advantage of all the bookings that are available on the website. All of them are fully discounted for this year. And the Shamanic Healing sessions are... Actually, I think they may have been sold out. I need to verify that. I need to check that out. But yeah, I'm very excited, and I'm really excited to share with you the news that is going, what it's all about, because I know I'm being very mysterious. I'm aware of that. But I'm very, very excited to share soon. And let's just say I've been slightly packing. I've been packing my suitcase in preparation for it. So very excited. It's a great opportunity for me as an artist to continue uplifting this planet, to elevate my career and elevate the whole brand that is Cristallina Fischetti, essentially. And it's really going to support a lot of people through seeing my work on the platform that it needs to be, where it can shine bright, you know. That's what it's about, isn't it? It's about shining bright, and that's been the message for me, and you know, with my soul family too. And I know you are also part of my soul family too in the collective. For those of you who are new to the channel, thank you and welcome. I don't always do rambling intros like this, but so please bear with me. But yeah, anyone who tunes into Abstract Medicine Collective is already a soul family member, because we've had connections with each other in past lives, and there's resonance with the messages that come through from spirit and then through me. But yeah, the message has been shine bright, and there's fear around that. There's fear about stepping into your limelight. Now, we have been getting a lot of messages like that, haven't we? I think generally in the collective, I think for the astrology as well, you know, how can you step into your purpose, essentially your life purpose? And that takes some shadow work, because it takes looking deep and looking straight at the reflection of fear and taking courage to step in to the light. And what does that mean? It means you get to be seen, and being seen by a lot of people is quite scary, isn't it? It's quite scary because, you know, or do I have to change? Have I got to change? Have I got to wear a certain mask? Do I have to change my behavior, my way of thinking? Do I have to change the way I look? Do I have to change my dress code? You know, do I have to dim down in order to fit in now that I'm in this particular sort of arena where there's a lot of eyes on me? And the ego comes up with those silly questions, doesn't it? But what I'm here to share with you is I'm here also as an example to you, and whatever is going on in my life is also something that you have experienced in your past, or you are experiencing now, or you get to experience in your future or near future. So with that being said, let's start with the major arcana and just see what the main shift is at this time. Because I am curious. I want to light some incense, the Chiku Seiko bamboo charcoal incense. I also want to ask you, put it down in the comments, how have your dreams been lately? Like, what have you been dreaming about? What have they been about? Wait, it would help if I got some matches. Have you had pleasant dreams? Has your sleep cycle been, you know, thorough? You know, what's it been like? How have they been? Do you just forget what you've experienced the night before? Like, you go to sleep and you just, or maybe you're just so exhausted that you just kind of, you know, fall asleep. Now there's a wood pigeon just staring through the window going, what is she doing? Anyway, I want to look at the fire a little bit. Wow. Okay, so the message I got from the pyromancy, so reading the fire, is that, hang on, let me just adjust the incense so then I can relax into the session. There you go. So what I got from the fire is that a lot of you are at your wit's end, at your energetic end. You know, a lot of you are almost burnt out, I'm picking up. A lot of you may be experiencing fatigue, exhaustion. Maybe that's why I was picking up on the you know, you just fall asleep and then you just completely forget your dreams. You know, when you forget your dreams, it's not that you didn't dream, it's just, or that you didn't have any dreams, it's just you're just so exhausted that you just kind of go so deep into immediate recovery through sleep. So you know, sleep is obviously so important for healing our muscles, healing our bones, healing even memory. It helps memory as well, so we can recover and remember better. If we sleep well, we're able to sleep, we are able to remember. It helps cognition, essentially. So yeah, I do feel like some of you are just so exhausted. You're kind of at the end of, I can't really explain it. It's almost like, what I'm picking up on, it's almost like the Seven of Wands. So you're having to defend yourself, defending your honor. You're having to defend what you believe in. Maybe you've been on the defense a lot. Maybe there's something about that. Maybe there's also something about, like, it's almost giving the Ten of Swords as well. Maybe there's something about that where you feel like you're almost at the point of breaking point, and it's almost as if you've come to the end of a cycle or a time in your life where you've just been combative, you've been on survival mode for so long that it's almost like you're just about to give up, or you're totally surrounded by, quote unquote, the enemy, you know, or you're having to fight and fight and fight. Now, we have the Emperor here. Which is interesting because the Emperor, as you know, is someone who doesn't have a higher authority over them other than God. The Emperor is not just a king. The Emperor is someone who has a very strong vision, someone who's very driven, someone who is intent on conquest, intent on fulfilling an ambitious dream, and is able to rally up armies, not just his own army, but armies where his empire has precedence. So he governs an authority en grand masse, I'm hearing in French, en grand masse, you know, in a big way. And this takes, of course, a level of tactic, a level of strategy, a level of acute awareness and vision. Now, remember how I spoke about the enemy? And, you know, and I'm just about to finish The Art of War by Sun Tzu, or Sun Tzu. And it's about seeing the weakness of your enemy and going and attacking that part. So there's this passage in the book where Sun Tzu talks about attacking the enemy as if it was a snake. You know, if you go towards the head, so if you go towards the tummy, then the head will bite you. So you have to kind of go and attack by both ends, by the head and the tail. So I thought that was quite interesting, and it's almost like you're going to collective, abstract medicine collective, take what resonates and leave what does not. You're going to attack a vision or attack, it's like your modus operandum is to attack at all sides, essentially. So what I'm seeing is actually an army, right? And this is your strategy. Your strategy is the metaphoric army that is approaching an idea, a dream, something that you're wanting to conquer, and you're doing it at all sides. So essentially, yes, no stone is left unturned, but also all sides are covered, which would also give me the energy of an empire and the energy of the eagle. Okay, so some of you could really have, you know, you could have the eagle as your spirit animal or your guide in physical form, or you have a tattoo of an eagle, or you may have been thinking about getting a tattoo of the eagle, or eagles really speak to you, crows really speak to you, birds of that nature, sort of like the apex kind of predator sort of vibe, but of the avian of the avian family. They are your friends, and they're guiding you in how to see something that you're really ambitious about possessing, taking over, but you're having to see it at all sides and seeing what weaknesses there could be and facing those weaknesses and attacking it, essentially. Now, those weaknesses could also be your own fears. They could also be your fear of being in the limelight, your fear of being judged harshly. Now, when an emperor doesn't have any authority above him or her, it's difficult because they are only accountable to themselves, and their actions they are responsible for. So if this strategic risk and conquest takes place and it all falls to crap, that's on them. you know, and that would be on you, collective, coming up as the Emperor. Interesting channeling. And that is very scary, because when you have, you know, with the pyromancy reading where we saw you're almost at the end of being on the defense, having to, you know, support yourself, having to fight at all costs, almost at the point of breaking point, at complete burnout, because there's nothing or no one able to support you on this dream, this vision. Maybe the video about the dreams could be coming in here in this reading, which I posted previously to this one. But either way, it just seems like time is of the essence, because in this card with Frida Designs Major Arcana cards, go check her out. She's part of the Abstract Medicine Collective, Frida Designs. By the way, all of the tarot that I use and all of the like Sibylla, the Oracle cards, they're all majoritively all in the description box. So you can just have a look and see which ones I use, and maybe think about purchasing them yourself if you are a reader yourself. But yeah, she's based in Australia, and it would really support her as part of the collective to purchase her deck, Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana. She has a full deck actually, and I'm yet to support her in purchasing the Minor Arcana as well, so I can have a full set. But anyway, time is of the essence, and in this deck that she just designed, we have a watch here. Green is the color of the heart chakra, but it's also the color of money. Purple is the color of royalty. It's also the color of psychic awareness, psychic third eye opening, purpose, spiritual connection with God, with the universe, with the higher power. Brown is the color of stability. It's also the color of the earth. And I see that this, you know, this emperor has been crying, he's been shedding a few tears. You know, his hand is covering up his mouth. Maybe he's scared of sharing his emotions. The emperor is someone who tends to be very stoic, and maybe you've been suffering in silence, collective. Now I know I have. I know I have in the past too, and I can understand that. And you know, when you have a business with like the emperor does, or an ambitious streak and something that you're very proud of, and there's a lot of recognition around you as well, it's very difficult to trust people, and it's very difficult to have people around you that want to support you, that you can also trust for a long time, or for, you know, like the ride or dies kind of thing. Can you trust them with your accounting? Can you trust them with your psychic awareness and knowledge? Can you trust them in being there as a support system? Are they grounded themselves? Will they hold you accountable as much as you hold them accountable? You know, but with the emperor, it's also that thing of, is he asking for help as well? I want to get one more card actually. Let's have a look through it and see. There's 2 cards. We have the World card, travel, and we have the Chariot. The Chariot did come up in the last reading. So for some of you, this could be a message about love, where I am going to do a love reading at some point too, because I know a lot of you, I just feel the energy, a lot of you want to know about your love life. That will be a pickup pile, I think. But lately I've just been drawn to doing collective readings like this. Spirit wants me to do more of these, and at some point I will also continue to do the ASMR readings too. All right, so this could be a love situation too, where there is a masculine in your life who is shedding a tear and not showing it in the public realm, in the public eye, or in the public sphere, or just even with his friends, that he misses you and there could be a distance between you with the World card. There could also be a separation between you and your significant person, and they're keeping an eye on you on social media. Side note, some of you who have a TikTok account and you're based in the States will know that it's going to be banned in the US. So for those of you who have a business on TikTok, for example, it could be an emotional roller coaster for you, I'm hearing by spirit. It could be an emotional roller coaster because your main income is coming through TikTok, and you're needing to look elsewhere on other social media platforms to find revenue, I'm hearing. There could also be a message of OF, you being an OF. So someone who has an account on OF, OnlyFans, essentially. And this could be maybe looking at alternative streams of income. You can probably hear the dogs, but this could also be a message where there's someone in the public eye, and I feel like this is a masculine, who is slightly emotional by the fact that you have, or you're sharing your body in that way. And maybe maybe I'm hearing a point of contention where you're needing to communicate online, you know, so because I feel like there's a distance between you, there may need to be communication via email or text message, something to do with a social platform or post, like email that's digital, to communicate how you feel about that. Aries energy here. We also have the glyph of Taurus, Leo and Scorpio, as well as Aquarius here, which Frida has so kindly put on this tarot deck. We also have the sign of Cancer here with the Chariot. Fast movement ahead. I will take note that this card did come up back to front, which is a message of maybe there was a delay for moving forward in a connection, or maybe there's a delay in learning a language that your counterpart speaks and that you're needing to speak. For some of you, this will not resonate for all of you at all, but some of you, I'm actually picking up on someone who's from the UAE, the United Emirates, Arabic Emirates, and they're not comfortable with you being a female sharing your body online because it goes against their culture, doctrine, tradition, religion. Okay, so that could be something, again, a point of contention. Going back to TikTok, by the way, I pay my taxes in the UK, although I'm between here and the US. When I'm in the US, I won't be using my TikTok account. I think I'll just disable it, to be honest with you. And when I'm back in the UK, I'll have it open again. But it's about thinking smart as well. And I remember how we spoke about looking at all sides of a thing, looking at all sides of your dream, your ambition. How can you create an empire, right? It's about looking and covering all corners, all entries. So this is about, don't put all your eggs in one basket by just having a TikTok account. Think about having a YouTube channel or creating a new YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel. You're more than welcome to follow it. Not only here, of course, on the Abstract Medicine, but on my art. You know, I have a YouTube channel under my name. All the information's down below. And I just upload short videos there. So short form content is something that Spirit is also encouraging, because that's fast. Chariot is fast. With the world, I'm reading that as short form content. So short videos, under 1 minute videos. All right, or 60-second videos. That's another way of reaching to another audience. another world, right? Instagram account. Some people are also in the US thinking about other ways to supplement their revenue outside of TikTok. There's another Chinese app, I don't know what the name of it is, but they're looking there too. And I want to shout out to Beth as well. I'm curious, Beth, your friend who does the AI content, ChatGPT stuff, whether he's going to be severely affected by the, you know, TikTok banning on, you know, in the US, because I'm not sure fully if he's based in the US. But for those who are, you know, that's something that will cut out a lot of people from the world. It cuts out, for people who are in the UK and they have a TikTok account, and that would be cutting out the whole of the US, you know, as their audience, which is a big deal. You know, talking about big deal, we have the world card here, big shifts here. So yeah, there's a message here about attacking your enemy, attacking the thing that could be conflictual to your business, attacking the fear at all sides, from all sides. I don't want to put the light on because I'm kind of enjoying this moody sort of atmosphere. Maybe I can put the little candles on. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing, all right? There's something very intense about you, collective. I'm now really tuning into this card. There's an intensity here that I feel is going to be, you are a big deal, I'm hearing. You are a big deal. You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing two things. I'm hearing, you know, Spirit comes in with messages about movies. One of them is Zoolander, which I watched recently. Because of what's going on in LA with the fires and everything, I just needed to watch some light relief, something comic. So I watched Zoolander, and oh, that Hansel, he's so hot right now, you know. And then the same actor, he's in Anchorman, and he says, I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of a big deal. It's one of those things, it's like unapologetically grandiose, you know, be unapologetically grandiose, but be humble at the same time. Ask for support, be around people that you can trust, that you can share your vulnerability with, particularly with this sort of semi-nude suggestive female over here. But I do feel like you're getting, I'm hearing Tupac Shakur, all eyes on me, all eyes on me. So I'm seeing that with that Leo energy, that is all about that. It's all camera, all eyes on me. Scorpio energy is about intensity, also sexuality and sensual energy. Aquarius energy is about a vision. It's about being a visionary. It's about innovation and being unique. So like being that unicorn in a room. And Taurus energy is sensuality as well, but it's connected with the senses. It's connected with Venus, you know, so it's very feminine. So there's an intensity about you. There's a light about you. There's a focus, a full focus about you coming up, collective. With number 21 in the world card, this adds down to a number 3, which could be your life path number, or the month of March could be significant. We have number 4 here with the Emperor card, which does talk about stability. Number 4 talks about weddings, marriages, commitments as well, and homes and houses. So you could be moving abroad to a new home. You could be taking your business abroad. And this would require you to travel here with the Chariot. This could also be a road trip. This could be a new vehicle. This could be the month, the sign of Cancer and the month of Cancer, which is June and May. And with the number 7, this would be the month of July. We have Sacred Clown. The Sacred Clown would be the full card. So I'm seeing here that there is something spiritual about this big leap of faith that you are taking, and that you are moving on to and into. This clown or the fool, essentially, traditionally, is willing to do what it takes at the behest of looking stupid, at the behest of looking like they're about to slip on a banana and made a fool of. But they are surrounded by traps here. They're surrounded by traps, and in one of the traps is a diamond. Now, some of you, this could be the masculine in your life who is not only putting their heart on their sleeve, but they're doing whatever it takes. I'm hearing to sacrifice the ego. I wouldn't be surprised if the hangman came up. To propose to you. And they're not scared of slipping up. The finger pointing with the fire is actually, you know, with our fingers, if you look at Ayurveda as well, or just spirituality with regard to the hands, and even in Arabic culture as well, when you're doing your prayer with your beads, you avoid the finger. You sort of like move the prayer beads between your thumb, your middle finger, your third finger, and your fourth finger. You don't touch it with your first finger. Why do I know that? Because I'm into other religions, I'm into traveling as well, and finding these things out firsthand. And I do this myself. I haven't done it in a long time, but doing meditation prayer with my mala beads, doing it in this way. But you don't have your beads touch this finger because it's the finger of fire. And what it does, because each finger has an element to it. Now, don't ask me now which ones they are, but this finger is the fire element, and it cancels out your prayers if it's touched with your mala beads. So this is the finger of action and fire and ignition. So again, it would talk about fire, it would talk about ambition, and with these two cards being fire signs, Aries and another Aries sign, we have big ambition here. Now, I'm seeing here also that this emperor has started a journey a long time ago that was based on their ambition as a child. The fool is a child, or a young sort of teenager. What else is it that we need to know? What else is the collective needing to know? Thank you, Spirit. We have the Four of Swords. Now, we spoke about meditation and mala beads. Now, this is a time also to reflect on what's important. The Four of Swords is a time of calm. It's a time of recovery. We spoke about our dreams and maybe not remembering our dreams, forgetting our dreams. It's about recovery of memory from the past, remembering things well rather than remembering things incorrectly. This is also a card of a recovery from a separation or breakup as well, which we did mention. The Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords. I'm also hearing that this is the time to do things at a paced way, because your life is going to become very active very soon. So it's important to recalibrate right now. And maybe for some of you this could resonate, where you take a time out of being online. This could be a digital detox. We have the High Priestess. So a lot of you already know this innately. The High Priestess comes out very rarely. So the fact that she's come out here is a blessing. I'm also hearing a blessing in disguise. The High Priestess, for me in this card, talks about the goddess of the Amazon. Okay, so she is an all feminine energies incorporated in the Amazon. For me, that's connected with the serpent, as in the, you know, boa, you know, the Colombian boa constrictor. And she sees things from all sides. Now, the boa is a very feminine energy. I'll just call her. The boa, she can swim in the water, she can be up a tree, she can be on land. Now, talking about covering all sides, she covers all elements, essentially. The only element that she doesn't cover is fire. So with that being said, how are you researching from afar, maybe spying from afar, covering all sides, essentially ready for the attack if necessary? A boa will only really attack when and if it's hungry. It is able to feed of itself from the last meal that it has had, and is able to use its resources wisely. I'm also seeing a Kundalini awakening here for some of you. This could be a sexual awakening that starts from you connecting to the earth. So you could be meditating on, there was a meditation message in the previous reading about meditating with water. This is a meditation connected with Mother Gaia, the earth. I also feel that there's an energy of being camouflaged slightly. So some of you could be doing a cloaking method, which is a spiritual, well, like a witchcraft method, where you are able to shamanically move between worlds without being detected. Now, you could also do this as an experiment for yourself, walking through a crowd. Okay, there's a reason why I said cloud. I'll see why that is later. You're walking through the crowd and see how you're being detected. Are you being detected? So you can do a method of subconsciously cloaking yourself so that you are not being perceived. Now, pay attention. With big ambitions, there are those who also wish to see you fall. So this could be a message of, how do you cloak yourself? How do you protect yourself? How do you protect your belly? Being the snake belly, which is also the vulnerable part of the body. All right. And we have the belly here with the eye here in the middle, which is about your stomach, your solar plexus, your center of gravity, being a point of great perception right now too. So balancing your solar plexus, eating grounded foods, having an awakened area there. So your sacral and your solar plexus could be awakening right now. It could be very active at this time. So there could be a lot of sexual energy, creative energy. There could also be a lot of letting go in that region, where you may be needing to go to the toilet more. And this is actually a purging, a cleansing that's taking place, that is needed as your area around your tummy area is being awakened. All right. I'm seeing eating bananas would be very helpful. And I'm also seeing broccoli and just rooted vegetables, peas. I'm seeing eating lots of greens is something that is good for you anyway, but is really good for you on the whole. I'm also getting an energy of belly dancing. So for those of you who don't belly dance, that's fine, but it's about moving your hips and your waist. For those of you who are female, in order to awaken the spinal fluid, which is the Kundalini being active. All right, so I'll leave it there for the moment, but let's have a look and see what else. Yeah, in order to attain this stability, which is the Queen of Pentacles, having all of your resources met physically in the physical world, but this starts from a DNA activation, all right, which is what's happening behind and underneath it all. This is what's happening below the surface. The Mother Gaia is wanting to work with you on a meditation. Maybe even in your sleep, before you go to sleep, you can ask Mother Gaia to help you with your financial resources, and in exchange you're able to help the planet, or able to support the planet through uplifting it through your life purpose, for example. But it starts with a DNA activation. And then we have the Seven of Swords, which I did mention earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if the Seven of Swords came up, and we have it here where you're fighting all angles, and this is a message of asserting your boundaries. So this is a point of needing that focus, needing to be away from drama and not to entertain drama, because your energy is incredibly precious in general. But this is the energy of you being at your wit's end, essentially, and you're almost at the point of breaking point. Now we have glass here that's been broken, and it's like you're almost about to flee. It's the energy of the nine of wands I'm picking up on too, where you could almost be at the end of giving up on a goal, and spirit is saying don't delay, keep moving forward. Maybe it's a time of, okay, I need to recalibrate, I need to regroup and meditate, write, journal, take a detox from digital, you know, a digital detox, or maybe connect to the earth and do what I need to do so that I can get back on the horse and keep moving forward. Last message, please, from Spirit with regard to the Starman Tarot, 2 cards. They're quite slippery cards, but that's fine. Which is very snake-like, isn't it? We have the 7 of Cups. Now, the 7 of Cups is about imagination as well, and your dreams. For me, as a reader, it also talks about the astral travel, astral realm. So maybe it's about recalibrating, regrouping, so that you can collect part of your soul from other places around the world and from other people who still retain it. This could also be a message for some of you to put an invocation out there before you fall asleep, to do that and to protect your bedroom so that you don't have spies coming in through portals that can be mirrors or chairs even, or possessions that you may have with them, and they come through and connect with your energy through those possessions. So this is a message of asserting your boundaries, doing that while you sleep. This could also be a message, again, which came up earlier, where you're recovering your memory in remembering things well rather than remembering things as they were not. So you're working on not hoodwinking yourself, on reliving the past as something that didn't actually happen, because we actually do that as human beings anyway. We have nostalgia about some things where it's almost like we're trying to heal from a traumatic past situation, so we heal it by remembering it in a certain way where it's not actually based on the reality or the events that took place. So maybe this is about, what I'm seeing is someone is getting a thread and they're rethreading the past and then restitching it back together in a way that is in line with based on the reality of what had actually taken place. So maybe this is about reopening a wound slightly that can be quite painful, so that we can restitch it back together and heal it, and therefore recover and move forward. So some of you could be moving forward towards your dreams and ambitions, etc., needing to take a time out for a moment, readdress something from the past, readdress maybe your fears and the courage that it takes in order to move forward on something. But there could be a slight delay, a time for recalibration, a time to regroup, a time to meditate, do some astral traveling, connecting with your spirit guides, connecting with your higher self, with a high priestess, maybe coming also to me as a high priestess, which I am, someone who is a tarot reader, booking sessions with me so that I'm able to support you on your spiritual vision and your purpose as well. And or looking deep to in your connection with your higher self and your spirit guides to get clear on what it is that you need to get clear on, spiritually speaking, so that you can enact your plans, fight for your cause, fight for your corner, physically as well and spiritually. Some of you are really needing to get do a spiritual cleanse, I'm hearing, but also you're needing to assert your boundaries in the spirit realm. So come to me if you feel guided to book a reading with me, and I can look into it in your personal situation. But that is something I'm seeing here, is that you're being bombarded spiritually. Some of you could be getting spiritual attack or psychic attack. I'm sorry to see this, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're met with your spiritual purpose, it means that you have to step into your spiritual power, which means that you have to be physically strong as well and spiritually strong. And you're met with temptation. You're met with a force that is very low vibration, very vibrational, that wants to sabotage that dream. So it'll come in through dreams, through the astral realm, through sickness or whatever. Okay, so there's a need to protect yourself spiritually too. We've got 2 7s here as well. We've got 3 7s here as well. We've got 4 7s here. The 4 of Swords and the 2 is a High Priestess, which is a 7. 777. Look that up in angel numbers, numerology. But some of you declare it down below in the comments. 777. And that again is a 21, which is a number 3. Something is definitely fulfilling and completing itself, so that you're able to not only congratulate your efforts, but also give thanks to your guides now for making it happen for you, this goal, this dream. Remember how I spoke about the 10 of Swords? We have the 10 of Swords here. So again, it's like the end of betrayal, completion, the end of people hurting you, sabotaging your success, etc., etc. Even you sabotaging your own success. But it's about completing. There's something that is ending here. And this could also be ending your need to hide, and therefore being in the limelight is being called on right now. Let's get one card. I want to just get one more card. Please, Spirit. It's a rebirth. A lot of you are experiencing a rebirth at a time where you thought that you just were not able to. 2 cards, okay. 3, that's it. When you never thought that you could get that support from others, or that you were about to give up, that's when you're not meant to give up. At the point of giving up, the warrior was unaware that their treasure was right there. You know? Paraphrasing Paulo Coelho, between the warrior of the light and the alchemist. Princess of Cups here. Being heart-centered, being a messenger of love is important. Princess of Pentacles, being a messenger of stability. This is also a message that you are receiving. Stability. Now, if those of you who are creatives, your creative dreams are being fulfilled by a supportive contract and a new beginning, a new journey into a new journey of stability. The Princess of Pentacles is a positive message. You've had to break a few eggs. You've had to crack a few eggs. And now this is about sharing those eggs of fertility, those creations into the world. Some of you could have the letter A or C in your name. We have the star. Okay, so the star is another major arcana. It's number 17, and it's the Aquarius energy, which we picked up here in the World card. It's also the message of this is you shining bright as the star that you are. And this is you coming out on top, being a healer, being electric, being magnetic. And this is your time to shine and have that platform to share. This could also be a platform online too. You know, at this time, you know, when there's so much craziness, I'm just going to put these cards out of the way. So much craziness going on in the world. And with number 17 being another 7 amplified with the number 1, you are the one to bring a spiritual message, to be the spiritual healer. Now you can do that in creative ways. But when the world is so upside down in our personal world and in the collective world out there, people are looking for a hero, and maybe that's you, collective, where you're needing to step up and step into that role and wear that cloak or that armor to fight the good fight and be a warrior of the light. So with that being said, collective, For some of you, this could also be a new beginning in love as well. I do see with the Ace of Cups, there's a resurgence of love, there's a renewal of love, there's good news and love. We've got lots of energies about new beginnings, opportunities that Spirit wants to bring forth for you, but you have to, it's almost, again, it's Joseph Campbell's teachings, which I always share here in the collective. If you take one step towards the gods will take 12 steps towards you. Spirit won't know what you want unless you communicate it to Spirit through prayer, through meditation, through getting the word out there. Now, I'm going to get an oracle card, bear with me. I'm going to use the Numerology deck. Let's have a look at the Numerology deck. We'll use the Yokai Tarot another time. I also want to share, for those of you who are booking readings with me as well, thank you in advance. Please can you also suggest videos that you want me to look at? Okay, for those of you who are also thank you, providing coffee readings, as in, not coffee reading, maybe I should do a coffee reading, but those of you who are buying me coffee as well, thank you so much as your tip. You can also suggest what you want me to read on, all right? Because I'm in service to you, and it's an infinite reciprocal connection that we have. That's why abstract medicine is the sign of the infinity sign. Thank you, Spirit. A time for healing. Let's have a look at this. Balsamic moon. A time for healing. Now, you know I'm just always not very good at finding the page, but I did find it this time. Okay. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed, which is exactly the message that came up in the reading in the spread, didn't it? With the meditation, with the reviewing of your past, with a little bit of healing about your past and your memory, with sleep, recovery, astral traveling, cloaking, protecting yourself, all of those things. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little bit more time to heal and to soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. If you know that someone or something really isn't good for you, this card is a reminder to surrender. Start to work on your behalf in your dreams so you're ready when the time comes. When one is healed, all are healed. It's time to let go of the past. You're about to turn the corner. You need more time to heal. Think about how the situation would look if everyone were healed. Let's get two more cards. I also just heard healers need healers. Let's get one more. If you could see, oh my gosh, there's this quite portly bird, blackbird, it's been sat there for a while looking through the window. The birds just crack me up here. They just make me laugh. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Now that is the energy of the Ace of Cups, particularly for those of you who are in separation or you've been feeling lonely and you've been fighting your corner on your own. You need to have a partner to be able to talk to about your worries, your concerns. You need to have someone to share the load. And this is a message where that could be this is an opportune time for a new romantic partner coming into your life as well. Let's have a look at this card. Libra energy. This could resonate for you who have that in your natal chart, Libra. Aye, aye, aye. There's also another message as I'm looking here. There's another message of be prepared, Scouts honor. Okay, so for those of you who do Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, it's always good, it's always best to be prepared. It's about preparation, meeting opportunity. I can't find this thing. Okay, all right, that's full, that's new. I know, I can hear you going, look at the index. All right, let's have a look. New moon in Libra, page 54. Number 54 could be significant. That rounds down to a 9, which is almost, you're almost at the end. So just have a little bit of patience and do that healing. Take a mini break. Make your Sundays the time for healing. Commit to it not being a work day. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. This could also be negotiation at work. So this could be the art of negotiating. All right. It's not just about what you want, it's about what would work well for both parties involved. That's the art of negotiation done well. It's time to start negotiating, there you go, or even renegotiating, can't make it up. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you, and for someone else, a new relationship could be beginning. And if that's the case, the chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. In anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Remember, Libra in the astrological wheel rules the 7th house of partnership. Libra is a sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish, it won't get you anywhere at this time. Reach out to the moon and let them know you care. Feel, or reach out to someone even, and let them know you care. Feel more, think less. Marriage or engagement is on the cards. Remember I spoke about that with the diamond and someone who wants to, do whatever it takes. And surrendering into their heart space. A legal matter will go your way. Now remember, Libra is also an air sign, so it's the energy of thinking smart, communicating, it's the energy of tactics, but it's also the energy of compromise. Pay some attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearance. Libra is about the fine things in life. It's about harmony, it's about beauty. Now Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is the goddess of love. She's the goddess of abundance. She's the goddess of all women, all females, all feminine energies. She's also the goddess of money. All right. So there's a balance in your money. Maybe this is about renegotiating a contract, which Libra also rules, contracts and the law, about renegotiating a contract that works well for you, but also for them too, your employer. Okay, so yeah, Libra is a sign of love and harmony, negotiating and relationships. It is harmonious, kind and luxurious, and always aiming for balance. Libra is also the sign, and Venus is the sign for creatives. She's the goddess of art as well, and music. So when we have the new moon in Libra, or at any time you draw this card, there's a restart possible for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances and justice. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring things back to equilibrium. Now this card is don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Remember how we spoke about looking at the past and remembering it well rather than remembering it you know, not well. So looking at it with a clearer vision rather than rose tinted spectacles. Now the South Node is currently in Virgo. There is a conjunct taking place, Pisces, I can't remember, Pisces Saturn conjunct. There's a Pisces conjunct taking place on between the 1st of February and the 8th of February. And there's an astrologer who's amazing. Her name is Candace Owens, and she's incredible. Find her on YouTube, she's amazing. Look at her video about that. And she talks about, she's actually one of my my best friends and my sister, but also one of the collective's main astrologer. And her, you know, her bookings, you have to book well in advance, at least a month or two in advance to get a personal reading with her. But she's said to be incredible. But her free readings are also amazing. So go check her out, Candace Owens. Candace, Candace. But yeah, she doesn't know who I am. Well, I don't think she knows who I am, but she's not sponsoring me to shout her out. But there's something about that. So I feel like that week period is going to be important for you. But she talks about illusions and how there could be a lot of scamming in the creative industries as well. People being found out about money being put to, you know, selfish causes rather than for proper causes. Now, if you put those together with the LA art fires, you know, I'm hoping that it goes to the right cause, you know. We shall see. But anyway, don't let your past hold you back. Move forward. The South Node in our astrology talks about our recent past life. So look at your recent past life and see. So my recent past life was in Sagittarius. So I was a philosopher and I loved books and I was a scholar. So don't let your past life rule how you're going to be in this life. My North Node would typically obviously be in Gemini. So I need to be communicating. I need to have a platform to speak, to listen, to, you know, do all the technical things, to mingle, to negotiate, to do all the Gemini things in my North Node. So what's your North Node essentially? Page 114, okay? So 114 could be an angel number, and that would be a 7. Again, no, that would be a 6. 6 is about balance. 6 is also the month of June. See how that resonates for you. So don't let your past hold you back. South Node. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point. But, oh, okay, I just got a massive download. The South Node and the North Node. The North Node is the head of the serpent. The South Node is the tail of the serpent, by the way. So again, it's about the Kundalini awakening from your South Node, your base of your spine, up to your North Node, which is your crown chakra. So what's being awakened right now? What needs to be cleared in your body? How do you ascend? How do you become more karmically aligned? How can you clear karmic debt? Lots of channeling here for that. So the South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might, achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. Now, we did talk about asserting your boundaries. It suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. Attuned to the moon, I release the past. Additional messages: a relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsession. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. The teaching, the South Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going south. On the horoscope chart, it shows us what we are likely to become obsessed with, but which will probably do us little or no good. The South Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us of the well-known phrase, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. And then the last cards, can't make it up. Okay, these cards want to come out, so I mean, let's just get one more. Wow, look at the bigger picture, the Emperor energy, full moon in Sagittarius. Aim for the prize, I'm hearing. Confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. So that's the energy of being in the spotlight and having the courage to be seen. This is very, 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 very on point to all of the collective messages and readings that I've been sharing with the collective, particularly with these signs, Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. It's time to take action, new moon in Aries. But right now, it's a moment of pause. Maybe it's because it's a Sunday, so it's a moment of rest. But whenever you're tuning into this reading, take a moment to recalibrate, to remember well, to meditate, restore your energies, because I feel like the energies are really going to gain momentum pretty fast. Something needs to be cleared out. Something needs to be removed that is obsessive and negative in your life. There's a new romantic cycle beckoning for you, and continue to focus on the big picture. Be that leader and take action as a boss, no matter what. Do not give up. That's what I have for you, beautiful souls. I do hope you found this well. You can book the readings down below in the link provided, and thanking you so much for your private bookings, your shamanic healings, your support through coffee tips and through shout outs and through so much more. I appreciate you. I'll be here in another reading. Please suggest the next reading for the collective. Thank you so much. God bless. Take care and bye for now.